putting on north of 400 grams a day, and I think without the Pari, we wouldn't have been able to achieve that. Information is key. Hey, I'm Martin Taylor-Lloyd. I am the head shepherd for Brockton House Farms Limited. We're set in the hills of Shropshire. We lamb about 2,000, like a Llyn cross Penderyn Welsh ewe, crossed with an Aberfield tup. So we lamb about 2,000 ewes. What we do here is very seasonal because we do a lot of store lambs. We do anywhere between 30 and 50,000 store lambs a year on cover crops and on hoppers in fields, and we do shorn hogs in the sheds. Previously we had a Pratley with a Gallagher wayhead, and we were looking for a little bit more information to help me P&L the costings and just to give us a little bit more information to help us make management decisions. So we looked at Pari, and Giles came out to us, and we trialled it, and it was very good. The Macrostock gives us everything from the markets they were bought from, days on farm, it does the costings, it does absolutely everything for you. Where you couldn't find anything to suit our system, there's a lot of systems out there to suit breeding systems, but because we do both, it was really hard to find a computer program that suited us. When the ewes or lambs first come on farm, everything goes through the system, and then it gets allocated to a mob, which then we put the price into, and then we find the average weight of that mob. And at least once a week, we go through to make sure they're putting on weight and make sure that they're going the right way, just do a welfare check. If they're not putting on weight that we're happy with, we look for an alternative, whether it be food, field, or anything. So that sort of information is key, because there's that many farmers out there that are just losing money and they don't know they're losing money. Every week we go through and pull out meat once the sheep have been here about 3 weeks, and then they get split into the weight categories depending on what the factory wants. It helps us manage the numbers a little bit more with the drafting, but it also then helps the factory to decide when they want to kill things, what days they want things. So instead of sending 500 lambs, mixed weights, the buyers in the factory, they sort of know that whether it's a number 1 lamb, a number 2 lamb, number 5 lamb, they sort of know what the product they have to sell at the end, rather than just having a big mob of lambs of different weights. Another positive is that we formulated our own ration from the weight gains. So we started off mixing a bit of barley with a sort of a finishing nut to cheaper the nut, but also track the weight gain. And we played around with the percentage of barley to nut, and then we tried adding a little bit more yeast, and the information that the Pari was giving us was key into sort of the ration that we were giving them. And I think we've finally got, and it's always going to be tweaked, we finally got a ration that is putting on north of 400 grams a day, and I think without the Pari we wouldn't have been able to achieve that. Information is key. I really love the drafting gates on the Pari. The weigh crates we've had in the past, the doors open outwards, and I found a lot of lambs just kept headbutting the front gates, but the Pari gates open inwards, so they almost follow the sheep outwards, which saves time. Because it runs on air, it is really quiet, the sheep just wander through. The first time they're a bit hesitant, but I think that's more staff members hanging around to watch the weight gains. So if you learn to stand back and wear a set of glasses, the sheep just wander through. So packing up the Pari takes literally minutes. It's on a winch system, sort of kind of like a wrapper or a Pratley handling system. It just ratchets up and sits back down on the bars and sits securely. And on the road, doesn't move, no noise. It's just easy and safe. I would highly recommend, and I can't see how anybody can manage livestock without a Pari. The simple fact that it gives you so much information to make those management decisions.